All right, guys, we just came off our second race and our second win in St. John, and now we're headed out to Port Angeles. A little bit of boat maintenance to do, not a lot. The boat's kind of running pretty good. So all we really had to do is we did a oil change. We got 2 races on it, and then I had Jen make some fins for it. We'll show that here. What do you think about the fin making process? Pretty simple?
Very simple.
It's pretty simple.
Very technical.
It's it's extremely technical. Anyway, we'll show that. Otherwise, we're just ready to load up and get on our way out to Port Angeles. You think your navigator is just your navigator, but Jen is actually one of my fabricators too. I had her build the fins last time. So talk to us really quick. What sizes and how are we building these things?
So I think the smallest we did is a 56 or 57 millimeter, right? Yeah. And then we went all the way up to a 59. But we realized at the last race that we're probably going to need larger fins.
It was working better with bigger fins.
And because you can feel it, it's instantly easy to feel. But like the boat will hook better, it won't slide, especially when you do aggressive turns and things like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we decided we needed longer fins. So we're using this.
It's 1x1 angle.
Yeah.
Is all it is. Pretty simple stuff.
And then setting this guy, the caliper to, these are calipers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Setting it. So this one's already set at 61. So just coming along, going to the end.
I just use that thing to scratch it.
Yep, just scratch it here. And then if I need extra, I can just take the little scratcher. And then anyway, so then set at 61. We just cut a bunch of 60s. And then cutting this bad boy at 61. And then
Our little scratcher. So easy as that, and then we got to put an angle on the leading edge of it. So
all we put a 45 on it.
Yeah. So then that's it. So we're doing 4 total or 2 sets. So we have one as a spare.
Yeah. So when you say we have 4 total, 2 sets, we make 2 for the right side and 2 for the left side. So then when you have the angle on, I think I have some cut. You have the angle for the right side will be cut on this side, and then the angle for the left side will be cut on this side.
Okay, let's go show them the fin bin. Let's go in the house to show them the fin bin. The 180 fin bin. This thing's great, works out great. So we got all our fins in order, plus the center fin. So we're gonna add a 60 and 61, and we'll be ready for Port Angeles. Yep. So heading out to Port Angeles, it's actually the closest track to where we live here in Arlington, north of Seattle. But we take the ferry, so we got up pretty flippin' early. Sorry for the early wake-up call.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. But we had to get in the ferry line to get out to Port Angeles. It takes about 3 hours to get out there, get our area set up, and then start pulling the boats and everything out of the trailer. Remember when you tried to open the trailer?
Yeah, I do.
How'd that go?
I succeeded.
You did get, well, do you think TJ helped you or not?
He said he didn't, but I think he did.
Yeah. Anyway, it's always good to catch up with the rest of the team, rest of the racers on Friday when we get there. Went to the show and shine, big turnout for that, had our barbecue, and then we're going to go right into the racing. So the ASB does it a little bit differently. They give us the rotation pretty close to the race day. They give it to us usually Friday at the show and shine. I think they gave it to us a few hours early, which is nice because you're at the track, you're unpacking the trailer, and you got time to go walk it. But you were the first one to look at it. What was your first thoughts on it when you started to piece it together?
Let's see. So I thought some of the turn combinations looked familiar, but nobody else did. So I was like, well, they probably weren't. But I thought I definitely recognized the slingshot move.
Yep.
So that one kind of stuck.
Yeah, I remember that from a year, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, I just some of the turn combos. There were a couple that you said that have never been done before.
That's correct. There was a couple combos that I'm pretty sure we've never done. How long did it take you from the time that you got? Because you're the one that pieced it together and then told me about it.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to say, okay, I got the numbers, now I got the track?
Probably about 5 minutes.
It wasn't too bad.
No.
And sometimes they make sense, sometimes they're horrible,
Yeah.
and like your brain just can't wrap around it.
I feel like this one had a great flow. I really liked it.
It did. All right, so from that, we got the rotation. You taught it to me because then I don't have to go through every single number, and that saves a ton of time. And then, because like I said, I don't know the numbers, I just know patterns. But let's talk. So I think on our first walk of the track is when we came up with our call outs.
Yes.
And I think the first one we said is like, hey, this one looks like a slingshot.
Yep.
Where did we do the other slingshot? Oh, at Lewiston. We
Lewiston.
had a slingshot.
Yep.
Okay, in my mind, a slingshot is you go in and you totally reverse direction and you come slinging back out of that thing. So we had another slingshot. That was our first one. What other calls did we have?
So we had slingshot, then that slingshot us into the chicane.
Into the chicane, which was probably the quickest turn combo on the whole track.
Yeah, that's where Kyle and Amanda ended up riding.
And TJ.
And TJ.
That was quite a few oopsies there.
Yep. And then that was a turn combo. Did you say you guys hadn't done that one before?
No, we had,
Oh, okay.
and usually both directions. So that one was an old combo.
Okay. And then it was hug it because we went around that huge center island.
A lot of times when Jen and I are trying to sort this out, I'm trying to imagine like, okay, this is a really technical, I'm literally focused right off of the bow. And when I come out of that tough spot, what do I do? And that's why we'll say something usually right after that, like hug it. Right. Okay, I'm just coming out of that thing. Now I need to, where do I go, Jen? And she'll say hug it. So I keep hugging that island on the right side. So we just kind of wing it and come up with these things, and it worked, I felt like.
Yep, and then the fourth one was it was finish it, because the last turn combos went to the finish, but you even said you're worried that you're going to turn up the wrong center island, so you wanted me to finish it to the top, basically just keep going to the top before you finish it.
Right, so we'll throw in little words like that, to the top, meaning because we got to pass 1, 2, and the third channel. So like instead of biting off on the second one, to the top, and that key's in my brain, I got to go quite a ways up there. I was trying to get Jen to say finish him like Mortal Kombat. Is it Mortal Kombat? We'll look at the video or the replays. I'm not sure if we ever did, but anyway. So
once you kind of get something stuck in your head, it sticks the whole time. So it's hard to change it.
I would say overall, the racers did really well with the rotation. There wasn't a lot of wrong turns. There was a few, but not a ton, and it kept the show going really quickly. But we had the slingshot that went into the chicane, to the hug it, to the finish it to the top, and that was pretty much it. So I'll try to do some overlays of showing that rotation. All right, so we went into this race pretty confident, but trying not to be overconfident, and there's some reasons for that. Stephen and Randy Church, they're always making improvements on their boat. Their boat has been getting faster and faster, even just this year. But from the years past, their boat has made huge jumps in performance and speeds, and Stephen's driving, I feel like, is getting better and better. So they're coming after us, and they always will. There was also another boat, River Rogers' old Group A 400 boat, a Kiwi, bought that. One of our friends, Bryce Barron, bought that and was convinced to come up and race it here in the States before shipping it off to New Zealand. And that's a fast boat. So we had some competition coming. But we went into it kind of not arrogant or cocky, but I have confidence in the boat, and that's the biggest thing. It's just predictable. Were you ever scared at all this whole weekend?
No.
I don't even think we even come close to touching them. The other one, when you said, hey, we need more fin.
Yeah.
I was trying to edge it out, but we're just feeling really, really good in this boat. And we took right off in Q1, we smacked down a 45, and I'm like, holy cow, we're already in the 45s.
Yeah, buddy.
We're already low 45s.
Woo!
Low 40s.
Nice job.
We're going to not show all of the runs because a lot of them we did 9 runs total this weekend, so we'll just kind of pick a few highlights and show those. But what were some of the runs that stick out in your mind?
I mean, the first one always sticks out just because it's kind of ironing out the rotation a little bit in the calls. So the first one always resonates, and then they always get better from there.
Yeah.
So the other one was the on day 2, our first run. That one felt really good.
Jen and I were just talking about how aggressive this safety checker is. He literally just grabs grabs our stuff and just yanks on it. So
Yeah.
watch it. I wanted to turn the camera on for him to come see how aggressive he is. Here he comes. He's going to beat the shit out of us.
Oh,
The helmet.
good one.
The helmet.
Nice job.
Man, we almost got in the 42s.
I know. We were so close.
One felt great.
Yeah.
And then the second one felt even better.
That was our
So-
quickest time all day. The second qualifier on day 2. We were running in the 43s all day
Yes.
Saturday. And it's just one of those things. I want to get that milestone of breaking into the 42s. And we hammered down and we did it.
Yep.
There's 42. We got her.
Nice job.
That one felt so good.
It felt so good. Nice freaking job.
42.
I was fired up. I was emotional, like, let's go on that
I
one.
think the 8 cut might have been my most disappointing. It was either the 8 cut or the 4 cut. Just because I felt like we had been improving on our time all day, but you even said, you're like, we don't need to go and push it. We don't need to push the boat. We don't need to push ourselves too hard. We only need to push ourselves as hard as the competition is going to make us go.
Yeah.
So that was helpful.
So we ended up qualifying first. So that gives us the opportunity to go last in our class, which is kind of nice because you can see what everybody else is doing. So we go into the elimination rounds and we're sitting in P1. We got to go last, and I wasn't too worried about the times, but like Jen just alluded to, we were kind of going kind of easy, and we slacked off. I think our time was a 44, one of our slowest ones in quite a few runs. And then we go look at the timesheet, and I'm like, oh man, Bryce just ran a 45. I'm like, okay, he's coming, right? So that, from then on, the whole team, I said, hey, you got to let me know what their times are before I go run, because if I need to push, I will push. But we go, we get into the 4 cut, and then the 4 cut, I always want to I want to go last in the finals if we make it there. So I kind of want to go fairly hard to ensure that we get to go last.
I don't think we ever took it easy. I think safe is a better
Safe,
word.
yeah. We were just playing it safe. Like I said, fast but safe. I don't want to take any risks. There's no reason to go super, super hard. But we ended up getting into the finals, and then it's us against Bryce in the finals.
Bryce and Patty.
Bryce and Patty, another character from New Zealand. Anyway, we go into the finals. Do you remember what time they ran?
45.
I think it was a low 45.
It was, I think.
Their times were getting better. This is the first. What kind of boat did he have down in New Zealand?
Stinger?
I think he had a Stinger.
I think.
And this is his first time ever driving a Sprint Tech, so it's not easy jumping into a completely new to you boat. But he went in, jumped in there, and his times got better and better. And he ran a low 45 in the finals, and we went and did a mid 43, I believe, and we got our 3rd win in a row. Pretty stoked about that.
That'll get it done. Nice job. Woo! Woo-hoo! I always forget about this part. Thank you.
Powered and lost. No, this is it.
Oh gosh. Nice job. Woohoo! Oh, where are we going?
Trying to get these guys.
How do you get them? Oh gosh. All right.
One of the crazy side stories, not a side story, but our teammate, we have 3 boats that we are running this race. We have TJ in the super modified, and we have Dustin in the unlimited super boats with his Whipple Pro Charger. He had some electrical issues again that kind of took him out of his normal procedures and the opportunity to start running faster and faster before we going into the elimination round. So that kind of messed up his strategy for the day.
Well, going into the elimination rounds, he had driven down to the hardware store to grab another battery.
Yeah, jumper battery.
He was 10 minutes before his run, he wasn't even at the track.
I think the Jeep was already hooked up and he's not even there yet. So he comes running in and throws the battery in. So anytime you do that, it just takes you out of your process, your normal process. But TJ and Keith in the modified class, on Sunday, he was not doing well. His first qualifier, we had 2 qualifiers on Sunday. He DNF'd both of them, I believe. I think he DNF'd. So he spun out one, he did something in the other. And I'm like, all right, yeah, you got this. You're running some fast times, but he is the second fastest qualifying boat. So like, come on, dude, we get back in there. And even his competitor, Frank, came up to him and said, come on, buddy, I need you in here with me. Because we all like the competition. And he goes out and runs a really smooth 8-cut, but it wasn't crazy fast. I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what you got to do just to keep progressing along. Do you remember I don't remember what his time was.
My phone has all the times on it.
Yeah, but going into the 4-cut now he does have to go a little bit harder. So he ran a quicker time, but it still wasn't the fastest time. So he was still following Frank. And all day, Frank was running a 48.6, like within, I think that was a 48.66, a 48.67, like they were all right there. So TJ, he kind of knowing what your boat's potential is, he's like, I want a 48. I really want a 48. And he went out, and Jen and I are sitting on the boat ramp listening to the final run, and we can hear it in that motor. The 208 has a very distinct sound, don't you think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's throaty, it's just deep, and we're like, oh, he's going for it, because we can hear it. We're looking the wrong way, but we can hear him going for it.
Here we go.
crew is relaying us the time, and they go, he just ran a 48.077.
Yep.
Like, holy cow, he just clipped Frank by 6/10. So we're like, yes, we're gonna get a win in the modified class. And then Frank, I don't remember his time. Do you?
I think it was 48.075.
Well, yeah, you're right. He went and clipped TJ by 2/1000ths of a second to win that class.
And we were confused. We didn't know who ran the better time because we just heard 48.07 something.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, TJ had to have got it. TJ had to get it.
But anyway, it was an incredibly tight race. Frank, we're coming for you. Jolly Rogers is coming for you if you're watching this. So, Frank's an awesome guy. TJ and he and Juggernaut, they all have a really, and Slippery Pickle, they have all really good camaraderie, and they kind of want to see each other go fast, so they have some good racing. It's really healthy competition. Love it. But we're coming for you, Frank. All right, for the whole weekend, we came close to touching a bank once when you said the fins there, but there was quite a few spin outs. I feel like in that chicane, did Dustin hit there? No, Dustin did something else. But TJ, these boats, if you reverse, if you're going a right turn and you just flick it really, really quick, they have so much steering authority that you can actually kick the rear end out and you'll lose traction. So that is a very quick turn, and that happened a few times in there. Was there any other? There's some like maybe lose power and slide out on the beach, but there was never really any bad wrecks until the Superboat Unlimited class and Kyle Patrick Psycho Racing 151. He goes out, and in that same spot, he is flying. He is ripping because that Superboat class was big. 12 boats, I think.
And his boat's fast.
And his boat's
powerful.
fast. It's a twin turbo small block with over 1,500 horsepower, and he is ripping. And there's some big whale. That's another story that we didn't talk about. The waves up in that section. Oh man, coming out of that slingshot, there was some gnarly waves standing there. It was affecting everybody. We backed off every single time. I never went all for it through that section. But Kyle, he's ripping because his class is so competitive. He actually powers through that pretty good. And then going into the chicane, I don't know if he was a little late, but he was just a little too aggressive, flicking the boat back to the left, and the pump came unhooked, and now you're just along for the ride.
We see Kyle getting out there.
His boat's flying sideways, hits that bank. I think it maybe spun and then dug, and they did almost a triple roll. But they were both okay. Did you see the boat afterwards at all?
I didn't. I didn't think it looked bad. I don't think it looked bad. I don't think the bottom at all had any damage, which is the best part.
Yeah.
But I think everything else is workable, and I'm hoping they'll be back sooner than we think.
Jen actually brings up a super good point. Anything from the bottom up is all just cosmetic. Your bow could be smashed, your fins, your transom, everything could be smashed. As long as that bottom is good, the boat's going to drive the same. But a lot of times if you smash the side, it messes up your steering cables and all that stuff. But you're right, it didn't look bad.
That's why when people get out of the boat, the first thing that they start looking is they walk around the boat and start looking under it just to make sure, to see what the damage is.
His bottom may have been damaged, I don't know, but his driver's side, it had a big kind of push in. But anyway, glad they're both okay. They both kind of jumped out of the boat. Well, they were sitting in there for a while, but they both got out under their own power, walked it off, talked to them later. They're a little bit battered and bruised and disappointed and beat up, but
All to be expected.
exactly. So as far as I know, I think we just saw that the boat's being repaired. Hope to see them at the next race in Lewiston, which is where we're headed right now. We are headed to Lewiston. This is a back-to-back race.
Like a marathon.
It's like a
It's
marathon.
a marathon
I
month.
feel like we're Ozzy Osbourne on a summer 24 tour or
I
something.
don't know. It kind of brought it to realization when Randy Church was saying we have 5 races in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy moly, that's a lot.
That's a lot for us. Normally, a 6 is a full season for us. We have 7 this season. And the fact that we have back-to-back this weekend, then we have a week and a half off, and then we have another back-to-back races. So it is busy. We're going to wrap this up, get on our way to Lewiston, and we'll see you there. I don't know if Cletus is going to show up. I hope he does, but that's where he raced in the first race with the Biff. If he shows up, great. And I don't know of any other boats. Phil Miller and his Group A boat will not be there, but we'll see you in Lewiston.
With more fins.
With more, exactly. That track
extra
just
fins.
ripped our fins and our impellers apart, so we're prepared. We'll have extra fins in case we hit that rocky bank. And cut. Okay, thank you.